like I'm having deja vu. And what deja vu is I feel like I've done this before. And I think we have. This is Unit 2, Lesson 14, though, but it's all about building fluency with zeros and tens. So it's all about knowing our facts really, really well. And so we're going to build the fluency with zeros through tens in multiplication and division. And I think that we've focused, again, I forgot my pen. I think we've focused a lot on multiplication, but division is somewhere where I really think you guys need to practice, and I think you need to remember the correlation. It's all about fact families, and if you know the multiplication, you definitely know the division, okay? They are related. Got it? They're like brothers and sisters, okay? So the first thing you need to do is you need to check this basic multiplication, okay? If you notice that you get one column, like you're missing a lot of it, come up to me because I know what each of them stands for, and so it means that you might need to check things, okay? Try to do this first. See how many questions you can answer without looking at that multiplication chart. Okay, I know a lot of you guys, I feel like you use it as a crutch. Like you really could do it without it. So I want you to try and do these without, and then whatever you don't have, then use it. You know, see how much you can do on your own, because I think you're going to surprise yourself. Okay, there's one for multiplication and one for division. After that, we're looking at the patterns. So a pattern is something that you notice that they seem to have in common. So these multiplication tables help us see some patterns that are recalling basic multiplication, make recalling basic multiplication easier. So what pattern do you see in the 10 count bys? Well, I know when I count by 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. And what do they all end in? They all end in zeros. So that could be one pattern that I notice. Also, another pattern when I'm doing any count bys is I'm adding that number. So it's just adding 10 every time. Now look at the pattern at 5s and 10s together. What pattern do you see? Well, let's see, I go 5, 10, 15, 20, or 5, 10, 10, 20, 15, 30. Well, it looks like every other time, if I do the 5, 10, 15, 20, every other time it's a number that ends up on the tens. So 5 is half of 10, so it only makes sense that you're going to see the numbers again in the 5s and the 10s, okay? Then you need to look at the patterns of the 9s. We've done all those tricks with the 9s. Remember, I love the finger trick with the 9s. I think that's kind of fun. So I really want you to write down, like, what is the pattern? Remember, if you can think it, you can say it. If you can say it, you can write it. And I really think it's important that you focus on being able to explain the math, because that makes you a better partner for whoever you're working with in Blended. Because if you're able to be clear and concise and explain your thinking, it's going to help others get through math. And this final page is also talking about patterns. And so look at these side times tables with the ones that they have circled and find what are the patterns, what are the products. Answer the questions. So down here it says rewrite each list of numbers so that it is a count by list. So 4, 8, 12, 18, 20, 24, 28. What are we counting by? You know, that's what it just wants to know. 18, 28, 36, 45. What are you counting by? Okay. That's it. Watch the videos. Play Mega Math. Do your prompt. Do your homework. Turn it in. Move on. Okay. This is really... we've done all the hard work, guys. This is really just a culmination, and it's getting you to think about how you do math, and that the answer isn't just 6 when you're doing 2 times 3, but why is it 6? So the more that you can explain your thinking in math and understand it, the easier it's going to be when you get into even harder problems, because you're going to be able to relate it back. Okay? Get everything done, and then move on.